show. I'm Megyn Kelly. So millions of people across the Southeast are just beginning what is going to be a very long cleanup process after this historic storm. We're going to discuss it, but we have a lot to discuss, actually. A lot of things to discuss with NBC's own Keir Simmons. Amy Holmes is also here. She's the co-host of PBS's In Principle and the host of American Ninja Warrior, Matt Iseman. So what a mess this Michael was. What a mess. A lot of people feel like this storm just sort of creeped up on us. Cat 4 hitting down the Florida Panhandle. And now we're going to begin with the very latest on exactly what happened with NBC's own Gabe Gutierrez, who is live in Apalachicola, I think it's pronounced, Florida, with a first look at the devastation caused by Michael. Gabe?
Hi, Megyn. Good morning. Well, we are noticing massive trees and power lines toppled throughout the region, making it very difficult to get around. Now, here in Florida, a man died when a tree crashed into his home. Up in Georgia, emergency management officials say that an 11-year-old girl was killed. This was a fast-moving storm that showed little mercy. This morning, Hurricane Michael's devastation is on display after the ferocious Category 4 storm slammed into the Florida Panhandle, the most powerful hurricane on record here.
I won't go through another one. I'd leave the next time.
Michael packed maximum sustained winds of 155 miles per hour. Mexico Beach took a direct hit. Homes there underwater, many in pieces. Streets turning into raging rivers. And in historic Apalachicola, a 7-foot storm surge. We're seeing the raw power of Hurricane Michael. Just within the past hour or so, we have seen the winds intensify significantly. As you can see behind me, parts of this town are completely underwater. Further west in Panama City Beach, the howling winds ripped this home apart. During the height of the storm, Lester Holt and his crew forced to barricade themselves in a hotel room.
Put this mattress in front of the window. You know, we want to be on the air, but we've got to take care of each other. And so we're going to do that. So know that we're safe, but we're going to have to sign off.
Further inland, a middle school gym barely standing. This drone video showing what it looks like on the inside. Michael also blowing out bank windows and impaling this car with debris. For this region, an unprecedented storm.
How would you describe this?
It's catastrophic. Yeah. Plus some of the roads that are underwater now, we don't know what kind of damage we're going to have when the water recedes.
Right now, with all these downed trees and power lines, hundreds of thousands of people are without power. It could be days and in some cases even weeks before it's restored. Megyn?
Gabe, thank you. Wow, that is stunning, right? I mean, those pictures are unbelievable. They say this is the third most powerful storm to ever strike the U.S. mainland, and you can believe it seeing those pictures. First storm of that magnitude to hit the Florida Panhandle in more than 150 years. And you know how we always say, like, oh, the forecasters, they get us all up in a tizzy over nothing, and they tell you have to evacuate, and then it turns out to be a nothing. Those pictures are a reminder.
Well, what a reminder, though, of the people who are taking those videos. Like, it's one thing if you're a professional and you're out there putting your life on the line. But for those average people who are sitting there when you saw that wall torn away, what a reminder of what Mother Nature can do. That's not a storm. That's the finger of God. Get out of the way. Right. Get to safety.
Right.
And I do want to say to the person who takes out their surfboard, there's always one.
Right.
You're an idiot and you're going to drown.
Look at that with that picture with the basketball hoops hanging there, surrounded by nothing.
Use a drone. Don't go out there.
It's eerie, right?
That's right.
Anyway,
during the season, you see reporters out there and they're kind of, if you like, not going through their paces, but they know what's coming. What's really impactful here was you saw reporter after reporter kind of stunned by what suddenly came in.
Because that looked like a hurricane and tornado all in one. Those winds were picking things up and swirling them around like we see when we see major tornadoes. So you can only imagine the fear that people went through, and there was loss of life. I'm amazed it wasn't more. So let's be thankful at least that it wasn't more severe.
Listen to the forecasts.
Yeah.
Again, they work it up because you don't always know.
That's right. And why play the odds, right?
Why play the odds?
When it's your life, you can always replace your home, your property. You know, you have one life to live.
People to know we're praying for them now.
Yeah, absolutely right. So, all right, we have to get to this story on a much lighter note because of all the news that hit over the past day or two, this is the one I most wanted to discuss. Have you heard about the? You've seen people on airlines with like a support dog. Have you ever heard of an emotional support squirrel? Squirrel. Is this this real? A woman was removed from a Frontier Airlines flight after coming aboard with her emotional support squirrel.
Yeah. How did she get on the plane?
How did she get into TSA?
I don't know, but she
couldn't even get a
noted in the
shampoo
reservation that she was bringing an emotional support animal, and they probably just assumed it was going to be a dog. Oh, look at him. See, he was just a baby. It was 11 weeks old, little Daisy. It even had its own name.
It's cute.
And she had a letter from her doctor who said little Daisy was going to help her. But then people on the plane were like, say what? And she refused to give it up. They had to call the local cops. They had to, everybody had to deplane. Everyone had to get off.
Yeah.
Right? And they were 2 hours delayed getting out of there.
Can you
Now,
imagine?
who has an emotional support rodent?
Well, no, I thought.
It's a squirrel. I mean, it's cute. It's not a rodent.
That one is cute. As squirrels go, I would say that
Squirrels
was cute.
are known for carrying pestilence and rabies.
Yeah.
I thought the only person who had an emotional support squirrel was Bullwinkle the moose. That's what was I do want to clarify, emotional support animals are a real thing. To get that, she did have to go to her doctor, and you actually, this is something where you do have to be diagnosed with a mental disorder. But
Matt,
after that,
it was a squirrel.
that's it.
Okay.
You don't. This isn't. People conflate a service dog, which is a highly trained animal that you knows not to bark, that is potty trained, with an emotional support animal where it is dealer's choice. Whatever you feel gives you comfort.
Yeah.
So she also has a bearded dragon. That is a support
lizard?
animal.
Right.
Yes.
Oh, Megyn,
Yes.
I saw this story. I wanted to know, whatever happened to Xanax?
Yeah.
Right? Or the bar trolley. You know?
How far can you take
You
this?
see, I think someone clocked that was really going to start to go wrong when, you know, those free nuts that they give out? Like, this is all fine until the free nuts. Then the squirrel is going to lose it.
I was thinking, like, how far can you take it, you know? Like, this is my emotional support cockroach. My emotional support rattler.
Someone had an emotional support peacock
Right.
with that.
Yeah. Also not cool. So listen, in fairness, we reached out to the squirrel who gave us a statement. Oh, wait, no, it's from Frontier Airlines.
I do want to see the Samuel Jackson squirrels on a plane.
I am sick of these mother squirrels.
We avoided some controversy there.
All right, so two people, I guess. Frontier Airlines did give us this statement. They're not sorry. I don't know what they said. We'll get to them in a minute. First, we reached out to the passenger who brought the squirrel. He didn't get back to us. Frontier Airlines did get back to us, and they said that rodents are not allowed on our flights. We're sorry. The Americans with Disabilities Act, the National Network, says emotional support animals require documentation, but the airlines are not required to transport unusual animals like snakes, reptiles, and rodents. No beavers, no cobras. That's it. It's settled. Okay.
Just so you know.
God bless. And I will tell you, even like I'm not into the Xanax, but I will absolutely have a glass of red wine, especially when the turbulence starts.
Right.
Yes.
You know, and it does help. It does help take the edge off. It doesn't work for everybody.
Well, if you're going to make everybody get kicked off the plane, I'm going to be there with my emotional support grizzly bear voice. I don't like flying is bad enough.
Can I tell you, by the way, you're allowed to bring on a miniature horse. Really? You can bring on a miniature horse as a psychiatric support animal. Can you imagine being next to that person? That's on Southwest Airlines.
next time I
like
fly-
next to somebody's horse.
And the animals fly free, so next time I fly, I'm going to have someone say, I'm their emotional support animal. I'll sit on their lap the whole flight.
I know a lot of people would take you up on that offer, Matt. Okay.
People are lining up.
All right, so do we have time? Okay, so we got to talk. You know this comedian, Ken Jeong? So he was in The Hangover, Crazy Rich Asians, and he gave an interview on Ellen. It's going to air today, I think. But he used to be, just like Matt, he used to be a doctor, practicing physician, and then went into stand-up comedy. There's like a whole cabal of you.
Yeah, there are.
And so he tells Ellen this story. Do we have the clip? I don't know if, okay, we don't have the clip, but he told her the story about how he recently, when he was a doctor and then he switched to comedy, somebody in the audience at one of his shows had a seizure, a petit mal seizure, and he jumped off the stage and had to help save this person. So he's really a jack of all trades, much like yourself, Dr. Iseman.
So,
Hold on. Can I share with the audience one little fun fact?
Oh.
Matt and I actually went to college together.
Come on.
Yes.
Get out of town.
Yes, we met 30 years ago when I was skinny and Matt still had all his hair. And when I saw you were going to be on this show, I wore my Spanx.
Oh.
She cares.
Thank you, Amy. With Ken Jeong,
What you don't know is that I also wore my Spanx. Underneath my suit.
I'm going to need my emotional support animal soon. Ken Jeong is a hero. I absolutely love him. He's also my arch nemesis. This guy is stealing my thunder. I'm the doctor turned comedian.
Yeah. Right.
And then all of a sudden he becomes famous when he goes out and he's completely naked in The Hangover and exposing his emotional support animal. Literally, it was 2 months ago. I'm on stage at the Laugh Factory and I'm hosting, and a person goes down in the crowd. And so I rush over to administer aid, going, I'm going to spring into action. This was just after Dr. Ken's incident. And I look at this person, I assess them with my medical expertise, and I realize they're drunk. And I didn't save their lives, but I saved the show dragging this guy out so he could throw up on the street. And, but nobody talked about me. I'm not on Ellen explaining my story. I got better. I'm with them.
Absolutely right. Well, I love it. He's a jack of all trades, and I am hearing amazing things about Crazy Rich Asians. Have you seen it or read the book?
It's incredible.
People love it. They're going nuts for this. So we'll get back to you once we've seen it.